Dumelang, good day, Abshini. Hello. How's everyone? Hope everyone is doing good. Remember, before you even start to watch the content, please hit the like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Please share the video to as many people as possible, right? If it's not daily, bye. Okay, today is a focus on grade 10. Today is a focus on grade 10. I'm going to do two questions. This is the financial mathematics. This is the number patterns. We'll be starting a financial math. Now, remember, if you have some confusion, you already know the rules. Number one, you must make sure you read the instructions of the question paper before uqala study lama instruction aseqaleni. They are very important. And then number two, number also answer my question. Please number according to the question paper, right? So math and financial maths, you'll find which unlike a topic maths, we have to start by reading some information based on So before you even start to answer the questions, just study whatever information about Pioneer. Then uphendule into yazi, ungaphenduli into ongayazi. Okay. So question 5, masiyenzeni. Ithini, study the advertisement below. Masiystudy siyibone ukuthi ithini. Ithi buy an iPhone XX for only 229 rand per month. So advertised iPhone bhatala 229 rand. And then you have 24 months to pay. No deposit is required. So this one is very straightforward, right? How many months, no deposit. So I must calculate whatever was to calculator from there. Right? Now, a little factoid. Can someone tell me what imagine when the iPhone? Like my the iPhone lions or con. Say India, in China before. Can you tell me how much do you think they spend maybe the iPhone level in time about 20-something thousand, 30,000? Okay. So the first question is in. The first question says calculate the total amount to be paid over a period of 24 months. So the first thing we must do is calculate the total amount. That one ilula. That's about 2 marks. So Sebastian, we're going to be paying 229 rand per month, and then times 24 months. And then our final answer is 5,496 rands. So that one should be easy enough to figure out. The amount that needs to be paid is 5,496 rand. Okay, then from there on, question number 2, 5.2. The monthly installment quoted in the advertisement is calculated on a hire purchase agreement. Manje, you need to understand that once you want a hire purchase agreement, then you are dealing with simple interest, right? Once you want a hire purchase agreement, then you are dealing with simple interest. Simple interest in a formula, I hope not in a kumbula, right? We'll be going through a simple interest formula. So let's continue the statement. Which charges interest at 7.5% per annum of the cash price of the cell phone. So what's the monthly installment? 229 rand per month. By calculating a hire purchase agreement, meaning a simple interest formula, and then which charges interest at 7.5% per annum of the cash price of the cell phone. So must like ngemali I have an acronym for imali. I call it PAY. Right? P for principal, A for amount, I for interest rate, and then N for the number of payments. So the monthly installment, right? We know the monthly installment to be 229, right? We calculated the amount. Remember, with 5.1, they wanted us to calculate the total amount, right? So the total amount, it's 5,496. Any interest. The principal doesn't have interest. The interest rate, but it's 7.5%, and then number of payments, they said 24 months. So now we have to find P, the principal amount, right? Lana equation, it to show that the price of the cell phone is 4,779 rand 13 cents. So we have to show via calculation. Okay, so ngithe mawubona igama ele higher purchase, you should know what is simple interest. If formula is simple interest, it's A is equals to P open brackets 1 plus I multiplied by N or IN, right? So sizo substitute to A way to now, or I way to now, or N way to now. So follow P. Are you together so far? Okay. Must go again here. And then my substitute, test no A way to, it's 5,000. 5,496, which will be equals to P of ngamazi 1 plus interest rate to 7.5%. Ngama calculator manje ungayibhala kanje, it's going to be easy ukuyithola because they are advanced, multiplied by 2, right? 2 in 24 months, 2 years, right? Remember, our number of payments are 24 months, which is also 2 years. Okay? So measure your calculator. Says P the subject of the formula. Right? Says P the subject of the formula, and then it will be 5,496 divided by the bracket, which is 1 plus 7.5% multiplied by 2, and then P way 2 will be equals to 4,779.13. You see, this question was interesting. It was not your normal question. They were not looking for a principal amount, a final amount. They already gave you final amount, so you need to manipulate the equation. So what is divide la ngale bracket long is because lo P multiply ngale bracket. So in order to see reverse multiplication, let's divide on both sides. That's why when I bracket leli zala or cross multiply let's local pants bese P usala right? Whatever approach abakufundisiwe in class, it works. Okay? And then the next question it is. The following question says calculate the total interest paid over a 24-month period if the cell phone is bought using this higher purchase agreement. Calculate the total interest. So in the bayifunayo manje, the total interest. There's no interest rate, but we didn't have the total interest. Total interest is capital letter I. So we are looking for the total interest. So siyazi ukuthi if phone was 4,779 rand and 13 cents na price account before by add the interest. By add the interest, it was 5,496 rand. So you say 5,496 rand minus 4,779 rand and 13 cents, and then our final answer, the interest rate. So the interest that was added is 716 rand and 87 cents. So more for the interest is very simple. Uthatha final amount minus a principal, the initial amount, and then whatever money is remains after calculation, that's your final total, interest. And then question 5.4, remember I said you must number correct. Let some Koreans understand the importance of numbering. So 5.4, the cost of the cell phone is subject to inflation. And it increases to a cash price of 5,100 after 2 years. Calculate the annual inflation rate as a percentage. So lana nakhona bafuna calculate the small I, so sizoyenza pain futhi. Remember I said the acronym pain is so that you can track information yakho, right? So here bakhuluma nge-inflation. So once bakhuluma nge-inflation, you must know manje ukuthi you are talking about compounded interest, meaning i-formula sheet izoshintsha. I-formula ozoyisebenzisa izoshintsha. We're no longer doing simple interest, but we compound because inflation. Mabati higher purchase, it's simple, right? So la magama lawa, they are English, but they're mathematical. They mean something in mathematics, right? So but a principle yethu, i-final amount yethu seyishintshe sekuyi 5,100. I'm sorry, not a final amount, a principal amount. The principal amount yethu kusase yi 4,779,13. I-final amount yethu yeshintshile, which is 5,100, and then sifuna interest bashilo but interest rate, so that's what we are looking for. And then the number of years, the number of payment is 2 years. So since bathe inflation, we know if formula it will be A is equals to P open brackets 1 plus I close bracket N. We are looking for I, so we're still going to do some manipulation, right? So A way 2 is 5,100. Some substitute now. And then UP way 2 is 4,779 rand and 13 cent. And then after lafo, spaghetti bracket later, so we'll file lapha space 1 plus interest, and then N2 is 2. So this is our formula. Now we need to make sure to I says I1 because we solve I, so I must be a low. So the first thing is we keep a. How do we take out this? We divide both sides by 4,779,13. Nanga plus 4,779,13. Like nale, and then we remain with page. We remain with a bracket layer to 1 plus interest squared, and then it is divided lokia, and then the answer it is 1,067,139. Yeah, one ukuthi ngibhala yonke decimal, right? Sibhala yonke decimal until we reach the final answer, right? So now we are not in the final answer, so until we reach that, for no I abe 1, that's what we are looking for, interest rate. So the next thing we must remove is this squared. How do you remove a squared? You put a square root. So what you do on the left hand side, you'll also do on the right hand side. Squared is a cancel and a square root, and then uzosalango 1 plus I, and then you transpose low 1. I'm skipping a step, which will be minus 1, and then our interest rate will be equals to 0,0333 blah 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 blah. Now we we multiply this, we turn it into a percentage, and it multiply by 100. So must we multiply 100, our interest rate becomes 3,3%. So this is the interest rate that was charged. interest rate inflation across the years. So inflation bekhula nge-3.3% annually. Now question 5.5. Siya kuma conversion manje, we are converting money manje, right? Into eniyithandayo. Ama-rand nama-naira. That's what we are dealing with now. Okay, now 5.5, the question says the same cell phone is sold for £250 on Amazon UK.uk. Using the following exchange rate and calculate the price of the cell phone in rand on Amazon UK. Okay, and then bazonipa exchange rate, right? So lana basiphile exchange rate ayibonakala kule screen, but I can see it here. Exchange rate yethu bathi it's £1 is to 22 rand 32 cents, meaning ukuthenga ipound eli-1 uzospenda 22 rand 32 cents, right? Okay, so we know ukuthi from what they've told us ukuthi mawungena ku-website ye-Amazon, this is equals to £250. So sifuna ukuyi-convert to ama-rands. Ama-rands mancane kunama-pounds, meaning we multiply, right? So that multiply by 22.32, and then our final answer will be, if you buy it go Amazon, you'll pay 5,508, which is more expensive than if you bought it at auction. Okay, that's how you solve the financial maths. Financial maths is not really a difficult topic, because I'm a formula most of the time, not always, are there with formula sheet. So if I'm a formula are there with formula sheet, then you just need to understand which formula represents simple interest, which formula represents compound interest. Every time I was a higher purchase, you must know it's simple interest. Every time I was a compound interest, inflation, you must know what a compound interest. I'm a senior names, right? And then the other thing you need to note is to write your pain acronym so that you can be able to see ukuthi unani nokuthi ushoda ngani ukuthi calculate ini. And then let's hope arithmetic iyavuka so you can calculate those things with ease. Okay, so we are done your financial maths. Please go practice, see if you can get my answer correctly. If you don't, you know where to contact me. You can contact me with my comments. You can also send me an email, sankofa@gmail.com. Okay guys, sharp.